Hello everyone, welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Today we're going to be doing more side quests, as you can expect. What is that one? Oh, Noxolotls, right. We'll do that a bit later. First off, I went the wrong way. Accidentally hit the button to open the menu instead as well. Very smooth I am. Ice brand? Huh. Also, I don't like the idea of collecting bomb arms. I've had to deal with too many of those things in the past. Oh, hey, Gloria. What's up?
Are you heading out somewhere?
Yes. I thought I might go for a walk to try and clear my mind.
Good idea. Should be nice with the sea so close by.
The sea. Yes. Perhaps a stroll along the beach would be nice. Would you like to come with me?
Sure. Why not?
A simple quest. Let's rearrange our quests here. That's for Wiswald. Huh? Oh. Alright. I think we're ready to leave town at least. Yep. That's everything. Man, we're still gonna have to go to both Savillon and Wiswald. Probably Halagrad too. I'm assuming we can fast travel there now. Alright. Well, I guess I was wrong at the end of last episode. We're gonna do this before we go after Lonsdale. Oh shit.
This is right about where you found me, huh?
It's so strange. It wasn't all that long ago, and yet it feels like a lifetime.
Well, we've been through a lot since then, I guess.
Yes. So much has happened.
This might be the longest journey I've ever been on. Longer than any of my sea voyages, even. I've seen so much since we set out. But I wouldn't have seen any of it if you hadn't found me when you did.
The wind crystal just started glowing all of a sudden. We followed it to where the glow was brightest, and there you were.
Their capes are interlocked.
I wonder if the crystal had already chosen you by that point.
Probably.
Could be. But that wasn't what made me stick with you guys. I chose to do that myself.
Wasn't it the wind crystal that was talking to him when he was underwater? Like, back at the beginning when we chose difficulty and whatnot?
Do you have any regrets?
Are you kidding? No way. I wound up with the best bunch of friends anybody could hope to have.
Aw.
Yes, of course. Your hometown is somewhere on the other side of this sea, isn't it?
We're actually learning about
What
Seth a
kind
bit.
of place is it?
Oh, it's nothing much. Just a little village miles from anywhere. The fishermen go out fishing, the fishwives stay at home. And the kids? Well, they go shell collecting, crab hunting, swimming in the sea.
It sounds lovely and peaceful.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah,
I hope you find your way back there one day.
me too. Someday. But not yet. There's still stuff we have to do.
I don't want our journey to end yet either. There are so many things out there that we have yet to see. And if we want to see them, we have to keep on going.
Yeah. Think of how much there is we still haven't explored.
Musa.
I can't
And
hope to explore it all,
Musa.
of course. I am still a princess of Musa. I have responsibilities. duties.
Sure, but what's to stop you from doing both?
What do you mean?
Well, you can do your duties while traveling, can't you?
Ain't wrong.
Never mind. If we start talking about all the things I would dearly love to do, we shall be here all day.
Nothing wrong with that. It's better to want to do tons of stuff than nothing. What else is there to get you out of bed in the morning? Come on, tell me about some of the other things you want to do.
You.
Really? All right. I want to... Well, for one thing, the list of books I want to read is almost endless.
Fair.
And I'd love to try my hand at cooking some of the delicious food we've eaten on our travels. Oh, and it would be wonderful to be able to fly on Gwillem's back again and gaze down at the world below.
Then let's do it. Let's do it all. What's stopping us?
I'd also love to, well, to visit your hometown.
Aw.
You would? Sure. Why not? We'll all go. What's so funny?
Oh, it's just that, well, talking about my hopes and dreams like this, it's something I would never have dared to do before I met you all. In fact, I would never have dared to even have hopes and dreams. My duties as a princess were all I ever thought of. All I ever felt I could think of.
Baka.
Well, you have a strong sense of responsibility. That's more than can be said for most.
Yeah.
No, I was mistaken. Listen, the sound of the waves. Can you hear it? I couldn't. When we came here before, I couldn't hear it at all. No, I could hear it, of course, but I wasn't listening. And how can someone incapable of truly listening ever hope to rule a kingdom?
That's pretty deep.
I guess having a few friends around has done you good, huh? It helps to share your burdens sometimes.
Yes. Yes, it truly does. It's such a lovely sound. I feel so calm listening to it. And I'm so glad I can finally hear it.
You have friends now, Gloria. You don't have to bear the weight alone.
And I won't. I promise. Now, shall we head back into town?
Sure. What's this? A shell? That gives me an idea.
I really like that scene. That was real nice. Always nice when there's character moments and one-on-one conversations and whatnot. I made a ship joke or two back there, but honestly, they kind of look like just friends currently, and I'd be perfectly okay with it being either way, really.
Hey, Gloria. I got something for you.
A seashell?
Yeah. I found it on the beach. Hold it up to your ear.
Why ever would I... like this? Oh, I can
Oh,
hear waves.
smart.
You said that sound helped you to feel calm, right? Well, now you can take it with you wherever you go.
Smart, Seth.
It's like I'm back at the seaside.
But, I guess you don't want to be carrying that stupid thing everywhere, right?
Oh, but I do. In fact, how about there?
How'd you do that so fast?
A necklace, huh?
Yes. Do you like it?
It's perfect.
Then I shall wear it with pride.
That was a real nice quest. Waves on necklace. I feel like I'm required by law to put this on Gloria now. Water and wind resistance +1. Weight -12? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm definitely putting that on at least. Yeah, sure. Here we are. Sound of the sea. Listening to the sound of the sea again, Gloria. Yes, it's like waves crashing onto a beach. It's so calming. The ocean's always helped me to relax too. I used to spend hours just gazing out at the horizon. I wonder what it is that makes it have that effect. Well, people back home believe that we came from the sea. Our ancestors did, I mean, way back. From the sea? You mean across the sea, from another continent? No, like, actually in the sea. They say that's where the human race was born. Which would make the ocean kind of like our mother, I guess. That's fascinating. It was a big deal when I was a kid. The grown-ups were always telling us to treat her with respect, to give thanks for her blessings and all that. The sea is our mother. Yes, I can see that. There's something so comfortable and familiar about the sound the shell makes. Almost like being wrapped in a warm embrace. Yeah, exactly. People who didn't grow up near the ocean don't get it usually, but I guess you're different. Very interesting. Man, I really hope this game has like a sequel game or something, because I wanna know more about Seth and whatnot. I just want the characters to have like more interactions and whatnot. All that type of good stuff. I assume there's probably gonna be assuming there's quests in Savlon and Wiswald, we're probably gonna get some for the other characters as well. Go to Sir Sloane's grave. We'll do just that. Oh, let's go. Can we take her to Snow Lilies first? Because both of them involve going to Sloane's grave in some way, so I'm wondering if we'll have to do that as a quest objective after this. So we'll take care of this first, on the off chance that it actually bears fruit. Boop. Yeah, that was such a nice quest, though. I love character interactions in general, I guess. I'm an extremely big fan of them. And this game, it doesn't have as much as the previous games, I'd say, but it still has plenty that are extremely enjoyable. Hopefully there's a sequel or something that delves more into that type of stuff. We'll see. Time will tell. Ribbit. Whoa. Big boy.
Oh! Yes?
Well,
She's scared of frogs.
What?
never mind.
The others are like, man, I wonder what she's afraid of.
This'll be a piece of cake.
Oh boy. Are we about to get bodied by this thing? I mean, it's a quest monster. How tough can it be?
I'm up, huh?
How tough are you? Oh, not much at all. Only 6,000.
What's the plan?
I can deal with that in lickety-split.
I'm going all in.
How's this? I might just be able to kill it with this, honestly. The answer is yes, I can.
Hardly worth
Ta-da!
It's not that I don't deserve.
Alright. Still find it funny how Adele went from having the most to the least experience.
I can see how they got their name. They're as white as fresh snow.
Well, we have what we came for. Shall we head back to the palace?
Sure. Snow lilies obtained. Then we'll head back to King Vernon. I hope to get most of the stuff in Halcyonia done here. Then we'll move on to Savalon next time. We'll just make our way clockwise, I should... No, counterclockwise, I guess. Gotta remember how a clock works. As in, we'll head to Savalon. We'll just move up at the areas in the order that you go to them. I really wonder what type of quests will be in Hallograd, because it's a pretty small town, all things considered. Who knows how many there will even be. Hell, maybe there'll just be nothing there, because it's enemy territory still, technically. Do you have anything to say here? Nope, same stuff. Okay, yep, got it. Up we go. Here we are.
Ah, there you are, and in one piece.
The monster is gone. And we brought you your snow lilies.
You did? Goodness me. I can't thank you enough. We will depart for Sir Sloane's grave right away.
Nice. I wonder how many different people in this game have met Sloane before.
When I close my eyes, it all comes back to me so vividly. I can see the events of half a century ago as if they happened only yesterday. Sir Sloane once told me that he gave snow lilies to his wife on the day that he asked her to marry him.
He never mentioned that to me.
I somewhat doubt that he ever meant to let it slip at all. It was the only time I ever saw him blush. Hard to imagine, no?
I will admit, it is hard to imagine.
Yes. I was just thinking about what snow lilies are supposed to symbolize. Returning to a loved one. They wouldn't be my first choice for a marriage proposal.
Perhaps not, but you must understand at that time, Sir Sloane's knightly duties often took him away from home for months on end. His beloved, alas, was not physically strong enough to accompany him, and she never would be. Given the circumstances, one can see why he might wish to assure his future wife that though he wandered, he would always come home to her, and assure her it did. She would have waited until the end of time and beyond, certain in her heart of his eventual return. And then, at last, he returned once and for all. And here they lie, together for eternity.
Sir Sloane rarely spoke of his wife during our time together. But he did tell me that she had passed away while she was still young, and that they had loved one another very much.
An understatement. Many's the time I felt envious of their bond. But I had better be getting back. Will you be accompanying me, Your Highness?
I think I'll stay a little longer.
I understand.
That was a nice quest. I was kind of hoping it would lead me there, honestly. Alright. Vernon the Lionheart. Tell me a little about King Vernon, Gloria. His Majesty. Well, for one thing, he is a warrior of great skill, famed for his courage on the battlefield. There was a time a few years ago when a gang of bandits appeared in Halcyonia. He took up his sword and set straight out to face them himself, all 30 of them. 30? Whoa. That's what you look for in a leader, eh? Someone who's not afraid to put their life on the line and lead them from the front. I can just imagine it, you know, old Vernon heading out to save his kingdom single-handedly. And I'll bet he'd do exactly the same if it happened again today. He's not a guy you'd want to mess with. You can tell he's a bit handy, eh? Oh, I can tell alright. Call it mercenary's intuition. You'll learn to size people up pretty quickly in this job. Aye, and so Sloane must have been something in him, seen something in him too, eh? Guess you warrior types really can sniff each other out. I wonder how long Adele was actually a mercenary for before she met us. Or met Elvis, I mean. Met us, met Elvis, met Elvis. I don't know. Da da dun 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 do do dun dun do 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 ya da 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 dun. I'm going the wrong way. Wait a second. Is there? There's a. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the ship. Oh, so the ship crash landed near Halcyonia. Interesting. Well, I guess if we ever want to go back there for some reason, we can. God, I wonder how it looks. I wonder if it looks any physically different now. I definitely want to go through there at some point. Who knows, maybe we'll find Adam's corpse. Wouldn't be surprised if that bastard still had on his frickin' Hellblade outfit. Despite all the other stuff. Here we are. This way. Game, you could have dropped me off closer to the grave, I'm just saying. Like, damn, can't even go and pay respects. Look at this big dude thinking he can just run. They're all just like, oh shit, this dude means business. Okay. I need to go to the left more. Listen, I know we just went and paid our respects, but what if we do it again? I did not mean to fight this thing. You know what? Just murder it. Murder everything.
Did you see that? I'm amazing.
You did nothing. There. Also, I really did expect... never mind, I'll say it afterwards.
Sloane ever tell you how we met?
No. Guess he never had the chance before he...
Yeah, we were mercenaries. Same outfit.
Ah.
And we were rivals. More evenly matched pair you never did see. For every win, a loss. And vice versa. But we stayed in touch, even after we moved on to pastures new. Last time I saw him was in a tavern somewhere.
Flashback?
Look at us, eh? 2 swords for hire, both bending the knee at last.
Aye, 'tis happy indeed that we have found causes for which we would gladly give our lives.
Poppycock. I managed to wangle myself a generalship because Holograd's got no good men of its own, and you, you're a glorified nursemaid.
Do not test me, Lonsdale. Princess Gloria is a girl wise beyond her years, and will make a fine ruler one day.
Well, all right for some. The lad in charge around my way these days is a liability and no mistake.
Yeah.
He's had his head turned by some brazen temptress, and now his sights are set on a prize he can't possibly win.
When they say pride comes before a fall, they're speaking of this one, sure enough.
And as his loyal retainer, art thou not honor-bound to steer thy liege lord to less treacherous waters?
See, that's what I tried saying way back when we dealt with Lonsdale.
Of course I am. But that only works if you listen. And I'm just a hired help.
Fair
And
enough.
thou must needs redouble thine efforts, old friend.
That too.
When kings err, men die. Is that not how the saying goes?
Yeah, I know the saying, thank you very much. Anyway, less of the doom and gloom. Let's have a drink, shall we?
Thou would fain face me in a battle of the cups, good sir.
No, I would fain quench my thirst, you pillock. The only thing I'll be facing you in is a fight to put the record in my favor.
It's cool seeing that side of Sloane.
I'm glad I got to come here, Sloane. I owe you an apology. If I'd listened, we'd not have had to meet again like this.
Right, Adam's only killed him.
Men really do die. I'd hope my punishment for understanding that too late would have been to fall by your sword. But you went one better than that, didn't you, you wily old devil? And now the record's firmly in your favor.
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't even have to beat me himself, did he? He got you lot to do it for him.
Oh.
Got me right good, that did. Being clobbered by a bunch of kids he'd spent 5 minutes training. But if that were his last little dig, then fair play to him. We were even, me and him. As many wins as losses. But not anymore.
That's a
And
shame.
now that's settled, I've not much left to stick around for. I'd best be getting back to King Vernon.
There will be no need for that, Sir Lonsdale.
King Vernon came back to
Sir
here
Sloane's
again.
final victory was punishment enough. He was always a formidable opponent. This being so, as Lord and Regent of the fair realm of Halcyonia, permit me to make this proclamation.
Let him work for you.
Lonsdale, General of the army of Holograd, invader and despoiler of these peaceful lands, you are hereby pardoned of all crimes.
Good.
Your Majesty?
There is a time for vengeance, and a time for forgiveness.
Good
Now
king.
go, wherever the road may lead, and may the memory of your old friend travel with you.
Why, thank you, Your Majesty.
Good. Lonsdale's a cool guy. He deserves to live. I'm glad that Lonsdale's the one that got to live out of the 3 commanders. Sir Sloane sure knew a lot of people. Guess it comes with being a famous warrior. I heard that he traveled far and wide as a younger man in his search to find worthy opponents. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. Sorry, that's the second time I made that joke this playthrough. In fact, it was on his travels that he met my grandfather. And it seems his mercenary associates continued to visit him long after he came to Musa. You think Lonsdale was one of them? It's certainly possible. He often spoke of one of whom he had never quite managed to best, an old comrade of long standing. Knowing what we know now, I would strongly suspect that it was him. An old comrade, eh? Aye, they'd probably have seen a few things together as hired swords. You need people you could trust. Yeah, people you can trust with your life, and who trust you with theirs in return. You think things might have turned out differently in the fight against Holdergard if Sir Sloane was still around? What, like Lonsdale would have switched sides or something? Aye, it does sound unlikely, now that you say it out loud. Shame. It would have been amazing to see the two of them fighting together. That it would have. I still really want a game that takes place back during Sloane's time as a hero of light. That would be great. Not to mention the fact that what am I trying to say? I'd love to see I both want a sequel and a prequel to this game, basically. And I'm also waiting for Bravely Third, so, like, I want the series to prosper, basically. I'll not forget the debt I owe you, King Vernon, not for as long as I live. Good man. I love Lonsdale, he's just a cool dude. He's a cool and genuine guy. As the saying goes, you are a bad guy, but that does not make you bad guy. Man. Da da dun dun. Do do dun dun. Do 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 dun dun. Da da na na. These things are still around, and I don't know what they're for, and it's driving me nuts. These things have got to be for, like, something. Like, something big, I mean. Oh, man, there's so much we need to learn in this about this cast still. I want to learn about all of their past. I want to know about all their experiences. We need to one day we need to see what Seth's village is like. Well, we're going to be learning about Musa soon enough, so we don't have to worry about Gloria at least. We haven't gone to Adele's fairy village. We know a decent amount about Elvis, but we don't know about the, he hasn't completely deciphered the book that Lady Emma gave him. And I'd like to learn more about Lady Emma, which is another reason why I like a prequel, to see her while she was still alive. Also, one would think that his book would have finished by now, considering we have assumedly every asterisk. It's kind of weird. Maybe he just has to decipher it or something, I don't know. Even though there is one less on this row, which makes me feel like we're missing one asterisk. Man, imagine if Elvis's last, if like his plot line doesn't come to a close unless it's in optional content. Like there's a last asterisk that's optional that you physically have to like go out of your way to get. Otherwise, Elvis is just kind of there in the end game. Let's check our quest quickly before we end off. We have 4 more. Pen pals, yada yada, 2 in Holograd. Well, we'll head back to Halcyonia for a second. Luckily, all of the places take place in territory of different areas. We have reached Holograd. Looks like there's enough space for like 1 or 2 more places. I assume that, what do you call it? We're probably gonna have... Musa is definitely gonna be one location. And I feel like there's gotta be something else as well, you know? There's a lot of places over by... Holograd is like surrounded by mountains. I wonder if there's anything over there. Anyways... Next time on Bravely Default 2, we'll be checking around the other towns and seeing what else there is to find. Then we'll just be doing more quests, I suppose, of various degrees. I would go in and check what quests we have now, but... yeah, we'll do it real quick. We'll just see what there is. I also have to consider that there's the day and night cycle, so there might be some quests involving that. Not a single quest here, surprisingly. Well, maybe we'll check out during day. Until then, everyone, adios.